litahitaji tu ushirikiano, alafu kisha tutaweza kulitekeleza. Lakini hiyo yote itategemea vile tutakubaliana kwa kamati hii. Honorable Rahim, I hear you. I have listened to you about this issue of geo-survey. You know, Honorable Chairman, in this country, I think we are now I don't want to say we are the only country, but we are one of those countries who seem not to worry about our prosperity. We cannot have a situation where the government does not have data. We rely on data from, like now the one you mentioned in the geo-survey, from private people. How do we control? That is why it is important for the ministry, through your approval, to make sure that we invest in geo-survey for the entire country, so that we know what is in Meru. If Meru has iron ore, then we can be able to know we have it. If in West Pokot we have minerals, then we know we have it. Then we can even go ahead and quantify. Right now, you know, right now the government is being held hostage by middlemen, people holding information. In fact, the other day I heard people who are really celebrating. They're saying in Kwale we have trillions of rare earth. Whose data are we relying? So it is important that the entire country, the ministry is facilitated. We look at the gold in Western, we look at the gold in Migori, and we should have data. And in my view, the government should be telling investors, we have this kind of minerals in a certain region. Investors come and invest. If it is a double P or something that will be a single investment, then they can apply their license as such. The other thing we need to do is to invest in the National Mining Corporation. We set up a corporation through the 2016 legislation, but it is idle. It doesn't have a budget. It doesn't have any development funds. So I think once approved, these are some of the things that we will need to work together so that then we are able to rescue and rediscover our country. Because if you look at what we have, we really are sitting on a lot of prosperity. And the only way we can be able to succeed is to have reliable data, which the government has done. So I think, I know there are other honorable members who had a similar concern. So I decided to put it together so that it issues. On the issues of quarries, Mheshimiwa, I think having been this nominee for these few days, you know, I've been looking at some information. And I think we really need to come back to the House so that we can have legislation that guide all these quarries. Because, you know, it will only benefit our people if quarrying is also looking at issues of environmental protection. As it is now, I don't think we are there yet. So I think I would like to appeal to members of this committee that this is a matter which we can revisit once the approval process is done. Mheshimiwa Kosing, thank you very much also for reminding me that we were cohorts in the International Fellowship Program of Ford Foundation. Thank you very much. And I know me and you signed a charter to make sure that we work around issues of social justice. And that is why you have succeeded in your elections many times. Honorable Chair, this issue of artisanal miners, this is an area we need to invest in. Because artisanal miners moving from Taita Taveta, from West Pokot, from Western region, they are not properly organized. So one of the things we have to do is to properly organize them. Then we have to empower them. For example, in other areas who are doing gemstones, now we have a gemstone center. We need to empower them so that we can cut them out of middlemen. So I think one of the actions that will be very, very important is to make sure that, first of all, we identify them, because right now they are not even, you can't even know who is an artisanal miner. They are very erratic, so we need to put them together so that they can be officially recognized, they can be trained. And this training is not a school training. We are talking about a skills training. And now the good news is that we have Taita Taveta here, which is a center of excellence for minerals and mining training. So we can take them there so that we can empower them. I think Mheshimiwa George from Tharaka, I'm sure that the issue of gemstones and iron ore in Tharaka that have not been exploited, I think is the entire issue of knowing which is where. Right now we have 13 offices in the country. We have 13 because the ministry divided the country into 13 regions. So we still don't have staff in every county. But that notwithstanding, we need to, first of all, invest in our geologists. They have trained, they have papers, they have skills, but they don't have the equipment to function. Madini House is just here to look at the quality of our minerals. It doesn't have equipment.